Hello everyone, welcome to the Comic Gamer Movie Show. My name is Deshaun and today I'm here to make a controversial video. It's gonna be a bit of a rant because I'm gonna get into some things that have been bothering me so far. Now, Oscar season is coming. It's coming. It's not quite here yet, but it's coming. And Marvel and DC have two two Oscar-worthy films that they're gonna put forth. Well, one I believe is the best comic book movie of all time, and the other one I think is a good comic book movie that has been blown out of proportion, and you guys already know what I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to start off by saying I have a bit of a biased opinion. I was not a particular fan of, I'm not the biggest DC guy. In fact, I'm not a particular fan of most of the things DC have done. I've only really given positive scores to the Joker and Shazam in like the last few years, pretty much. It's just the Joker and Shazam. I gave sort of a positive review to Wonder Woman, but I disliked it more and more, and that's kind of feeling starting to happen with the Joker. But this is the discussion I want to have right now, because right now people are saying that, you know, Endgame might get the nomination, and this is the discussion I want to have: Endgame versus the Joker. Now, right now, it's going to be a very popular thing to say the Joker because it's this isolated movie. It's a really artsy-fartsy movie that's trying to sell a message about the corruption and the small man and how society can create. And, you know, I've talked about this before in my review. Honestly, I don't think it does any of those things. I can't really remember too much from the Joker because a lot of that movie, it's about a 2-hour movie, and about 40 minutes of it is him just walking somewhere. So, you know, then like that, maybe that's just for you, but it's not for me. And a lot of people immediately want the Joker. And the Joker, it's become the most successful comic book movie of all time. Not in terms of pure cash, but in terms of money on the, budget to money to, profit. It became the most profitable comic movie of all time. Yes, Joker is, believe it or not, the most profitable comic book movie of all time. And I know some people might be thinking, well, it's only made, it hasn't even made $1 billion yet. Problem is, it was made for about $60 million. Yes, the Joker was made for about $60 million. To put that in perspective, Avengers Endgame was made for $350 million. Just to put that in perspective for you. So, if you're wondering how that's a thing, that's how that's a thing. But, getting back into the discussion, once the Joker's got hit those big numbers, and, it's got weird acclaim. Because the way people talk about this movie, you think it'd be universally, it'd be completely acclaimed. You think it'd have like high audience score. You think it'd have like the highest IMDb score. Like you think it'd have like one of the highest IMDb scores of all time. You think it would have one of the highest Rotten Tomato scores of all time. You think it would have one of the highest audience scores of all time. But it doesn't. Now, Joker's Rotten Tomato score is a average 68%. And its audience score is an 89%, which is high for a superhero movie, but not that high. For instance, Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man Homecoming both have higher audience scores and RT scores than it. In fact, both of them have higher cinema scores than Joker. Both of them are probably, by the end of their, one of them at the very least has made more money than Joker. In both, in the case of Endgame, it is only a point or two behind the Joker in terms of its IMDb score, which as many people have told you, which many people will tell you, IMDb isn't the most reliable site to go to for a rating, simply because anyone can vote on it. Anyone can vote on it, even if you've never seen it, even if you never know it. Anyone can vote on that final total, which is why no one really takes it seriously until they want to take it seriously, until it matters to them, and then they'll take it seriously. But I say all this to say that there's a discussion. Now, maybe when the Oscar comes around, it'd be great if both of them can get nominated. Because as much as I don't like the Joker, it would be great to see two comic book movies get nominated for Best Picture. But many people want the Joker to get nominated. And I got this gut feeling that based off of legacy, based off of impact, based off of longevity, and based off of this being sort of a Lord of the Rings like kind of ending, that Endgame is gonna get the nomination. Like Joaquin Phoenix is gonna get the nomination for Best Actor, but I get this feeling that Avengers Endgame will get nominated for the Best Picture, either over Joker or with Joker. But I have this feeling that it will because of the scale, because of what's behind it, because of the way it you know it was this fucking thrill ride of a thing. You know what I mean? And the thing about Joker is, all Joker is controversy, but Endgame was like this thing where everyone came together. Everyone stopped all their bullshit to come together and have a good time and watch this movie. Man, maybe they bitched afterwards, but leading into it, everyone was so happy and so excited. They stopped everything to watch this movie and have a good time watching it. And it didn't disappoint in my opinion. Now, personally, I like Avengers Endgame 10 times more than I ever thought about liking Joker. And I want to talk, and I made this video really because I noticed that there are none. There are no videos on YouTube of people who prefer Avengers Endgame over Joker. And I didn't make it just because of that. I made it because I thought it was curious to me that basically no one thinks that everyone thinks that Joker is so superior than Avengers Endgame. And I got no problem with anyone liking a movie more than the other movie. That's not my problem. My problem is a lot of people are taking Joker as like the chance to put down Marvel, almost. To put down Avengers. To put down everything Kevin Feige's building. Because some people, like on Collider, I love Collider, you know, I love Christian and them. But recently Christian Harloff left Collider. And McCougar left Collider, and it's really left with a couple other people. Like I like Mark Riley and Roxy, but they're not. But you know, but it's left with people who just talk shit about Marvel all the time. And like the thing is, I'm noticing it more and more. There's already been, and I've talked about this before, this feeling like, oh, Marvel's coming to an end. But movies like The Joker, which is something I was afraid of, was gonna give fuel to the fire of all of these people who hate the fact that the MCU is a cinematic universe. All of these people who want the MCU not to come to an end, but to cease to be connected, to stop being connected, to stop doing what they've been doing for years, to stop being this fun joyride, and just stop doing that and do isolated events like The Joker. They talk about it on all the different channels, except maybe Marvel Movie News, but they talk about it on all the different channels. Everyone talks about it, and the success of Joker made people go, oh well, this, and like the thing is, the Joker is making people talk shit about Endgame. I'm like, oh, how are we of so little, like, what are we just got like short memories? Do we have short memories? Did Endgame not just happen? Did you guys not just see the event? Endgame came out and the world stopped. We're gonna just forget about that? We're gonna just throw that under the bus? We're gonna just forget all about that? The fact that Endgame was a cinematic event for the histories, that it tied up all of these loose ends of all of these characters. The thing is, I don't think people appreciate what goes into making these Avengers movies. No one else is doing this. No one else is doing this because no one else can do this. And no one appreciates it. All you want to do is tear it down and pick at it and talk shit about it. Because that's what I see on the internet right now. Of people using the Joker to attack Marvel. Using the Joker to attack the Avengers. Using the Joker to delegitimize, you know, Endgame. You got Scorsese coming out and attacking Marvel. You got Francis Ford Coppola coming out and attacking Marvel. You got other people attacking Marvel. You got Jennifer Anderson attacking Marvel. You got Judy Foster attacking Marvel. You got Ethan Hawke attacking Marvel. And all of these people are just attacking Marvel. And it's like this insane thing that's going on right now. And the thing is, right now, if you're a Marvel fan, you're a shill. Come on, guys. You've all heard it in the comment section. If you're a Marvel fan, you are a shill. And now it's being replaced by these people in the comment sections. And comment below, have you seen this? Who just keep talking about the Joker. Like, you'll be, like, the video will be about something else completely. It'll be a video about maybe the Silver Surfer. And I comment on it, and someone's talking about the Joker. And I'm just like, I'm not even talking about the Joker. And everyone's just like, oh, rated R. I'm just like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? And like, it makes me, because I gave the Joker a 7. I originally gave the Joker a 7. I originally said I thought it was a good comic book movie. It had a ton of issues that I had a problem with. problem with. But all in all, the cinematography, the way it looked, the score, the way it was shot, and Joaquin Phoenix's performance was enough to make me get some kind of to have a decent enough time watching this movie, and had a pretty good time watching it. But all of these people are making it miserable for me to even remotely like this movie. All of these people telling me, screaming at me, that the Joker is this best comic book movie, this transcendent comic book movie. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, did you guys just skip Logan? Logan just happened. There's like I've seen violent comic book movies. I've seen Kick-Ass. I saw Logan. I saw A History of Violence. You might not have knew it was. I've seen Blade. I know what a violent rated R comic book movie looks. I saw Watchmen. It's not like this is like some new original concept of this isolated movie with comic book movie. Like I said, I saw Kick-Ass. I've seen these movies. I just saw Logan not that long ago. And if this movie gets, and the thing that pisses me off, if this movie gets nominated and Logan didn't, you're telling me that Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman don't get nominated for Logan, but fucking the Joker movie's gonna sweep the Oscars? Why? Because it's the Joker? Because it had some themes? I agree with Den of Nerds on this. That movie has become more and more overrated than it's just become more and more overrated as time goes by. And I'm just like, look, man, you can like the movie. You can like Joker. But I am tired of all these guys on the internet screaming at me that this is the greatest movie of all time. I literally had one of the greatest comic movies of all time. I've literally had people yell at me just yell at me in comment sections. Just literally had a guy just go, well, one day you'll grow up and realize how great this movie is. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Okay, awesome, you like the movie, but people are attacking people over this Joker movie. And then the thing is, when you defend Marvel, when you defend Endgame, people call you a shill. Or like on Collider, they'll tell you, oh, you don't need to defend them, they make enough money, they're a big enough company. Yet, people will come out and defend the Joker. The Joker, who, by the way, why is everyone acting like DC made a movie about a tiny-ass character? He's the fucking Joker, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe the Joker made money. No, fuck that, okay? Guardians of the Galaxy is $1 billion film, is a $1 billion franchise. Now that, I can't believe. You tell me the Joker's $1 billion franchise? Well, no fucking shit. So, like, this concept out there. And the thing is, no one wants to look at the other side of the coin when it comes to that movie. No one wants to look at the fact that Warner Brothers is also backing this movie. The Joker also doesn't need your help defending it. But it's okay, you'll defend that because you're not a... So would that make you a Warner Brothers shill if you're defending the Joker? But no, there is no such thing as a Warner Brothers shill because obviously they're not a big conglomerate like Disney. But they are, yeah. But anywho... got into a rant mode there. It just comes out of me when I think about this movie because it just aggravates the hell out of me. I see YouTubers posting up stuff and getting destroyed. I see YouTubers just taking them down. Like, and it's just getting insane right now. And like I said, everyone keeps telling me this is the greatest movie of all time, and then you got and I'm just like, no, that ain't the case. In fact, and to me personally, and I'm gonna call this a close, Avengers Endgame is the best comic book movie this year. It's one of the best comic book movies of all time. It's rated as one of the best comic book movies of all time. And just to make my case for that movie getting nominated over the Joker, think of it like this. Higher RT score, higher audience score, biggest film of all time. By the way, the last two films that were the biggest film of all time, Avatar and Titanic, one Best Picture, and the other got nominated. And if Avatar could get nominated for Best Picture, you can bet your ass cheeks the goddamn Avengers Endgame get nominated for Best Picture. And on top of that shit, it's got an A+ cinema score. Do you know how many fucking comic book movies, you know how many movies in general get A+ cinema scores? There's not a lot. But Avengers got it. A 3-hour movie got an A+ cinema score. By the way, everyone talking about this Joker making more money. Joker was made for $300 million less, and it was an hour shorter. Context is everything, but nobody wants to do that right now. No one wants to do that because they want to come at Marvel. And that's how people are doing this. That's the thing that bothers the fuck out of me. When it's raw, hard facts. Like if someone told me, well, Aquaman made more money than you know, Thor Ragnarok, I'd be like, yeah. Cold hard facts. Aquaman more money than Thor Ragnarok. I can't dispute that. That's, you know, that's what happened. But they're coming and telling me like it's more profitable Endgame. Yeah, so we're gonna ignore the fact that Endgame was worth $300 million more. We're gonna ignore the fact that Endgame was an hour longer. We're gonna ignore all that shit. Just ignore all that. We're gonna ignore the fact that the Joker had no direct competition for 3 weeks, and Endgame had direct competition a week later. And it still got there. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that the Joker still doesn't have real direct competition because the movies coming out aren't that big of a movies. Endgame had like all kinds of shit coming out. They were competing against themselves. So, closing. Wrap this one up. Probably one of my longer videos, but I just had to get it off my chest. I think the Joker is overrated. I think it's gonna end. I think the Joker's overrated. I think it's one great performance that has been, you know, that's almost tricked the audience into thinking that the movie's better than it is. And someone said this, one reviewer, and I love these guys on Hyper RPG, my boy Hector Navarro, he said something along the lines of that the score makes the movie seems like the score and cinematography makes the movie seem better than what it actually is, because it's an okay movie. It really is. I have forgotten everything that happened in the movie. Because it was just a super slow, nothing really going on movie. And I've seen those movies. Thing is, people out here talking about Marvel not being original and Marvel doing the same old shit, and the Joker comes out here and makes fucking Taxi Driver and goddamn and the King of Comedy, and nobody gives a fuck. And if you bring it up, they'll attack you and they'll go, oh no it's not. Fuck you. Yes, it is. Thank you for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like and subscribe. And do you think the Joker's going to win an Oscar? Did you love the Joker? Comment below. Let me know. Are you with me? Do you think the Joker's highly overrated? That it's highly overblown? That no one's talking about these wahoos out here attacking people in comment sections, attacking YouTubers who didn't like the movie, and just straight up trying to belittle Marvel just to prop up this movie, just to prop up this artsy-fartsy movie that all those critics been waiting to have. And I know, most likely, it's gonna win the Oscars, or not win Oscars, it's gonna get nominated over Endgame. Endgame's not gonna get nominated for anything, but still, I'm holding out hope that the Oscars will do the right thing. Thank you for joining me on the Comic Game Movie Show. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.